Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Terry Sutherland. I'm the Director of Entrepreneurship Education at the U.S. Small Business Administration. I welcome all our emerging leader graduates here today. We were really hoping that Mark Madrid would be here right now, and I know he wants to, but literally he's on a plane right now. His flight got shifted, so unfortunately he is not able to be here right now. But he sends his love and respects. But what we want to do here is kind of quickly twofold here for our graduates. We want to tell you about our National Small Business Week that's coming up next week. And that's only going to take 5-10 minutes at the most. And we want to allow a good 20 minutes or more to allow Toe and Isom to be able to talk about the new Thrive Emerging Leaders Reimagined. So we're excited about this. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off what Mark was going to give today, talking about National Small Business Week and the virtual summit that's coming up next week. So if we go to the next slide, please. You know, National Small Business Week 2022, this has been going on for more than 50 years. This is SBA's flagship program. I mean, there's a lot of things throughout the year from the district level and from headquarters that we're constantly doing with the different program offices. But this is the one big flagship event that SBA is very proud of and promotes. As the administrator said here in her quote, you know, it's a time to honor and celebrate America's entrepreneurs and innovative startups. So it's a fun time for us. I've been very involved with National Small Business Week since I arrived to SBA about 9 years ago. And it's a way to showcase our America's entrepreneurs, to actually recognize our state winners, the small business state winners, along with our small business person of the year. So it's a huge event for us. And we wanted to be able to share this with you because we want to make sure that you all are aware of National Small Business Week and what's going on next week and how to get you involved. As an emerging leaders graduate, you know, we want you to be well in tune what's going on at SBA throughout the year. So if we go next slide, please. You know, building a better America through entrepreneurship. That's a theme of this year's, and there's going to be a bus tour. The administrator and other people from SBA are going to be traveling throughout the country. So she will start out next week, the administrator in San Francisco, California, and then the next day be in Denver. Now, those won't actually be the bus tour stops. The actual bus, the real honest to God bus will start up in Atlanta and Augusta. Also, you know, from there, they'll be going to South Carolina, North Carolina, and Southern Virginia. So we're very, very excited about this, you know, the bus tour. And the administrator is going to be going, like I said, across the country. She's going to be sharing federal resources, you know, that can help, you know, small businesses do their best, you know, build and grow their businesses, create jobs, empower our continued economic recovery. So you're going to see more about the bus tour. A press release went out on this recently, I believe last night. And we will try to add that to the chat here to make sure that this gets recorded. But we're excited about the bus tour. You know, we did this a couple of years ago with the previous administrator. It was a huge success. So that's why we're picking up on it again. So the next slide, please. You know, the virtual summit, this is, you know, prior to the pandemic, we always had everything in person. But since the pandemic, you know, in 2020, we actually canceled National Small Business Week because it was just too early on, and the pandemic hit in March, April. We were supposed to happen in May, so it just got postponed for a year. But then it got picked up again in 2021 as a virtual summit. So this is our second year in a row doing the virtual summit. I foresee in the future probably doing a hybrid of some sort. But this year it is a virtual summit, and it's free. You know, and I'm going to show you in a slide here in a second, you know, how to register for this, because there's a ton of information out here that we want to make sure that, you know, you as small business owners are aware of about new business strategies, you know, going into certain chat rooms, so to speak, and meeting with other business owners and industry experts. We think it's just going to be very, very worthwhile for you to be able to take, you know, register for this summit and to look at the agenda over the 4-day period and see, hey, I would find this really beneficial to me. So like I said, we've got an action-packed event. As I mentioned before, we're going to honor our small businesses around the country. There's educational sessions, there's online business resources, and we've got, some exciting speakers coming up. So on that note, taking us to the next slide, how to register. So I would recommend, if you can please go to www.sba.gov/NSBW. You'll go there and you'll see, and I did a screenshot here talking about National Small Business Week right here. So please take that opportunity. It's free. You can look at what interests you and to be able to attend to this. So it's great information, and we want to make sure that you all are involved as much as possible. Which takes me to the last slide before I introduce Toan, and want to say thank you. Thank you for being Emerging Leaders graduates, for what you've done over the past, I guess some of you as far back as like 13 years ago, as being part of this program. So extremely proud of our alumni. I know we reach out to you often, when we're looking for different surveys and feedbacks. So you're a valuable, valuable member of the team. So thank you so much. And we hope to see you at NSBW next week. So on that note, I'm going to turn this over to Toan Isom. Toan is the president and CEO of Isom Global Strategies, IGS, so to speak. And we want to allow Toan to be able to give you an update about our new program, Thrive Emerging Leaders Reimagined. We know everybody here had previously been with Enterprise. We're extremely excited to have Toan and her team lead this new project. So with that, Toan, I turn the floor over to you and have you explain our new program to our alumni. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Terry. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Good afternoon, everyone. And I just like to say thank you for the opportunity to serve and support. And I just want to give a special, say a few words to you, because you have really laid the foundation and shaped the direction for where we're going in this next iteration. So I don't want to say that we replaced anything that was done. We just kind of came along and updated it with what your feedback was and what current technologies are really working for small business owners, and looking at how COVID has really shaped and changed the landscape for business owners, professional and personal development as well. So we're going to go through a couple of things. I have a specific amount of time I was instructed to follow, and I'm going to do so. But we want to talk a little bit about the new model. But in building out this new model, we were very cautious and intentional on ensuring that we heard from the experts about the program. And the experts are you. I myself have been through the Goldman Sachs program. I've also taught at a couple cohorts on marketing and business strategy and development, government contracting. But what is always of value is knowing what the people who have actually been through the program have to say, what worked, what could be enhanced, and what they would like to see more of. So that's the approach we took when we started to build out the actual new framework for the program. We surveyed 8,400 alumni, but we had 592 responses, and they were complete responses. They were great responses. They were very candid. We got a lot of good information. The response rate was very high, which tells me that you are very active, which we appreciate. We also interviewed some of the alumni who completed the survey responses. We interviewed district offices, and we interviewed some of the previous instructors. Out of that, and from that, we were able to frame out a process that we think, and based on the feedback from SBA leadership, in addition to you, we feel is a really good comprehensive model that speaks to all of the businesses, and it really helps you meet you where you are now and how you want to receive information. So what we have done with this new model is several different components to it. One component is the self-paced model, where you have your sessions are being taught by subject matter experts, followed up by people who are subject matter experts doing one-on-one laser coaching. And then we also have reduced the number of modules from 13 modules to 8 modules, because out of our surveys and our assessments and interviews, we found that those 8 core modules were the ones that really helped and enhanced your business functions. And those were the ones that you really wanted to spend some time on mastering. So what we looked at is how can we make it so that you can get the experts in that area to give one-on-one opportunity to speak with them and help them with your business. Because what we do know is that every business is different. So we didn't want to have a one-size-fits-all approach. We also incorporated what we called curated surge sessions. And these are sessions that allow you to essentially customize and curate your own personal learning experience. For example, if you have a manufacturing business, we would look at doing a surge session on small batch manufacturing. If you have a business and you want to learn more about public relations, we will look at having an expert or a company partner with that organization to help you learn how to do a PR strategy. Likewise, most of the feedback we had when it came to the surge sessions of, in addition to 8 modules they wanted to learn, what other things would they want to learn? What other things would you want to know? And a lot of you were really interested in having more around CRMs and building out that internal process. So we've already started working with corporate partners to develop surge sessions around how to build out a comprehensive CRM. So these are some of the surge sessions. They're custom, where the 8 modules are required for every business. The surge sessions, you can pick and choose which ones you want to use based on what fits for your business. The other thing we did this year at the prompting of SBA was a requirement, is we moved to a 68 location model, which is huge because we're able to now cover more of the country. We also are shifting the model from instructor-led sessions to coaches. The reason why we're doing that is the coaching model, based on what's happening in the industry, is really a more appropriate model for where businesses are now. Every business is unique to the CEO. No CEO is alike. So likewise, no company would be alike. Likewise, you could have 3 marketing agencies, and depending on who the CEO is, what their priority is, what their value proposition is, every marketing agency may have a different niche, a different value proposition. It may have a completely different target audience. So we want to have the coaches work with you at an individual level to figure out how you can enhance your business for your business, not a general model. So the instructors before taught 13 modules, core modules, but this particular model is separating the coaches from the instruction as with the 8 core modules. So you get an opportunity to get the core business module, which, your finance, your accounting, your business strategy development, your HR, those are core for any business. But then on the other hand, you also have also have the opportunity to look at how you do the surge sessions to build out your CRM, small batch manufacturing, cybersecurity. So we're able to ensure that you're getting everything you need custom to your business. And then from the personal and professional development perspective, we're doing the coaching model to help coach you through some of those stubborn areas that you may go through as a business owner that don't really have anything to do necessarily with accounting or finance or marketing or strategy, but just having someone to give you a different perspective on what you may be struggling with. So that is the coaching model. And then in addition to that, we are moving to a peer-to-peer discussion group model, where we found out, and it spoke so loud in our conversations with the alumni and in the survey responses, that you have a lot of value when you interact and engage with other businesses. So what we are in this process, what we will be doing is that every other week, twice a month, the cohorts will receive custom So it's not generic, it's not a one size fits all, custom discussion groups for their particular cohort. Because every cohort may have a variety of differences. It could be diversity in business, it could be diversity in size and income and employee count. So we want to make sure that we're creating custom work plans, custom discussion groups that are tailored to a business a cohort that may be in New York versus a cohort that may be in Florida and a cohort that may be in California. Each cohort is different and has its own personality, and we want to ensure that the actual discussion groups talk and speak to that particular cohort personality and what makes up that cohort. So it's not a one size fits all. The other thing I know, because I've been through this personally with the cohort that I went through at Babson, one of the biggest challenges is our growth plan. Oh, I used to hate doing a growth plan because you had to do the growth plan. You were trying to manage a business, managing employees, serving the client, supporting your team, and then you had to do a growth plan. So what this new model does is it fosters the development of the growth plan throughout the entire process. And we nudge you along with the platform that we're using so that once you complete the finance module, you do your growth plan. Once you complete your marketing module, do your growth plan. And by the end of the actual session, the entire 6 months, you should have your growth plan completely done. But more important, you will also receive coaching from your peers, from the coach, in addition to that, from the subject matter experts while you're going through the program. So you can have someone that's concentrating on various areas of the program and the cohort while you're working through it as well, and not trying to rush into your growth plan at the end. The other great thing I will say that I'm really excited about with this particular platform is we, at the end of the cohort, we are building a member platform for networking. I know the value of having a great energy and camaraderie with the cohort, but within the Emerging Leaders program, Reimagined program, we know that that's a very key added benefit. And within having that benefit, one of the things that we were really excited about is how can we have the networking be more intentional? How can we foster a platform and an environment where if you need a business teaming partner to do cybersecurity certifications, or if you need someone to do security checks, you can initiate that opportunity and people within the alumni can respond. So we have proprietary software that we have been working on for quite some time. And this platform was perfect to actually intentionally set up a member platform for networking with your peers and alumni. The last thing we feel that is really valuable to business owners and the cohorts are marketing opportunities, ensuring that within the marketing for businesses, we have a great opportunity for marketing. And I say that because I know the value, not only owning a marketing company, but teaching marketing sessions. I know the value a great marketing campaign brings to an organization. So within this new approach, we have created a YouTube channel and we've created a podcast where we can hear your stories and your challenges. And even though not everything is bad, but just the great, funny stories, the celebrations that, when you got your first contract, how did you feel? What did you buy? What did you tell your partner? How you felt when you were able to give your employee their first bonus, like some of the challenges you went through with the line of credit and maybe not having credit, but now being at a place where a bank gave you $1 million line of credit. Like, what does that feel like? What steps did you take? We want you to share your knowledge because we really grow not only individually when we're able to share our experiences, but also when other people are able to learn and grow from your experiences as well. So the YouTube channel and podcast channel will be fantastic opportunities for not only the business owners in this current cohort, but also previous alumni, if permitted, to be able to participate and share their stories. And then we also, in addition to having the YouTube channel and the podcast, we're going to promote that on social media. And that goes to everyone, not just the SBA teaming partners and stakeholders, but we're gonna send that out via a national ad campaign every time we do a podcast and we have a guest business speaking. We want to send out a promotion on social media. Hey, turn in and listen to Terry, who's the CEO of Terry Dynamics IT, and hear his story about how he won his first government contract. That's going to bring promotion opportunity to you as well. In addition to that, we have tremendous databases that we use for software in targeting some of the corporate procurement officers. So we want to have corporate procurement officers on sharing what businesses need to do to become a tier 1 organization within a Fortune 500 organization. We want to also push out, we want to get them engaged and listening to your stories so that they can keep this program top of mind when they want to look at what businesses should we be reaching out to for opportunities. Oh, let's see what the SBA Emerging Leaders participants and cohort graduates, what businesses they have that we could possibly tap into. But these are some of the things that we are doing to more or less enhance the existing project, and we're really excited about it. The old approach versus the new approach. I believe this slide deck is going to be shared with you. What we did is we went through the entire program and outlined how this new approach how it varies from the old approach. So you'll get an opportunity when you see the deck to assess that for yourself. We also did a fantastic job of working with SBA. We can't take credit for the new name Thrive. It was already in place, but we love the name Thrive. It's perfect for where the organization was. You know, you're an emerging leader, and now we're like, okay, it's time for you to thrive. So we're really excited about the new branding. Clearly, we deviated a little bit from the standard SBA blue, which I think speaks to the fact that we really, SBA really wanted something fresh. They wanted something new. It looks fresh, it looks crisp, it's clean. We're excited. We will be doing tons of marketing in the next couple of weeks, including social media graphics. We're in the process of putting together a promo video as well to promote the program. And we are really excited about the next reiteration. We have built out the framework with a level of detail. So upon entering the program, the cohorts know specifically the time, date, what the length of time is for the sessions, how the flow works. So we're really tremendously excited and really just proud that this next level is going to enhance where the businesses can go and where they can grow. And that is something I'm personally committed to, just being on both sides, being on the recipient and also being a trainer. I'm able to understand like the nuances of what needs to be improved upon. I notice I didn't say what's missing, but what can be improved upon. The value proposition of what we bring is we want to build a reputation for cohort businesses who go through the cohort. Like that's very intentional for us. In some of our planning sessions, we have been looking at how can we create awareness, not only for the program, but for the program to corporate tier 1 procurement people. So they know that the SBA, and when they see the Thrive program, they know and they are intentional that this is where we want to go. They go to a lot of organizations. We want them to come to the SBA to know this has been a federally funded program. These businesses have been federally trained and vetted and trained, and this is the creme de la creme. That is what our primary goal is when we start doing our marketing and pushing our messaging, not just for this year, but for years to come. We really want to have this program be a program that people, they immediately go to for the best of the best businesses. Now there are a lot of other programs out there, and what we want to do is a fantastic job of promoting the businesses and getting the word out to the corporate partners. So when they know they want someone, they come to us. The member database we're putting together will enable us to be able to sort businesses by category and size and we can assist some of these corporate partners. So we're really excited. We also are, with the press release that was recently sent out, we're starting, the applications are open. So if you know a couple businesses that you would highly recommend, send them our way. We want to get them in and vet it and get them queued up, because this is going to be the first year. We're excited, we're committed. We have a whole team ready to support the participants. I mean, I can't say enough. We are recommending, if not this year, but maybe in a year or so, a national conference where we bring all the businesses together and we do some deals. We get some deals done. We are excited about that, and we're committed to that, because everyone that has gone through this program has tremendous value, and a lot of that value will come from the peer-to-peer relationships to team on deals and get deals done in an intentional way. So it's intentional that we're fostering these relationships and these platforms where that can happen. It's not haphazard, but it's more intentional. What we are asking the alumni, we're asking that it would be awesome if you would be interested in making a guest appearance on the SBA Thrive podcast. If you would be open to doing it, and if you don't want to do audio, a video, you could do the podcast, but we would love it if you would do the SBA Thrive YouTube channel interview. That would be awesome as well. It'll give you some promotion opportunity. We'd love to get some testimonials for us to use in our ads and actually send that out and get business, like create this whole community. We would really like if you could refer 2 new businesses to the programs, businesses you may have mentored, or businesses that you say, you know what, I think they could really benefit from this. A lot of times in the business community, we have a lot of peers and friends, and we might interact with them, but we don't really ask the question, like, how are you doing? Like, we ask that for each other personally. Let's ask that about our businesses as well. How are you doing? I want to refer a great program to you. It really blessed me and helped me, and it changed the dynamics of my business. We want to actually also, we would love to have you whenever we do get to a place where we have a conference. We would love for you to participate in a national conference, bring out all the heavy hitters, bring out some of these corporate partners, these Fortune 500, 100 companies, to be able to speak, network, and close some deals. We want to do some deals. And then we would love to have you do testimonials for the new marketing campaign. That would be awesome. So we can actually share, what was the best thing that you felt about the program? Like, how did you feel? What did you learn? How do you grow? And what do you want to share? So I think for us, this is the new direction. I pray everyone thinks it's a great direction. And I definitely want to continue the relationship with the alumni, because you are just as instrumental in this process. I mean, we could not have done it without you. Clearly, I mean, it's just, I can't say that enough. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tawan. That's wonderful. I really appreciate you putting out this information today, and I hope the emerging leaders, graduates, look at your ask and really follow up on those. So we will certainly be in touch with you all. We added quite a bit to the chat here with respect to some things about National Small Business Week, and also our Thrive press release that went out. So once again, thank you all for your time today. I know we want to keep right on schedule here at 4 o'clock. So, but this isn't the first time, and we will continue to reach out to you all. And once again, we want to keep you actively engaged with SBA, because we really appreciate you going through the program and everything that you can do to help us grow this new program. So you're an invaluable member. So on that note, we will close today. And but once again, we'll be in touch. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye.